And we're
And
live.
we're live. Okay, so seriously, before we get any viewers, because nobody can see us right now.
But it is recording. Careful.
Oh, I know it's recording. We're sharing it out.
I'm going to,
Hey, Mom.
if I can find it. Oh,
Fair
there's
warning,
Abby.
everybody. You guys will be seeing Abby quite a bit. She'll be with me a lot, as it is just her and I here. You should have just added her into the title. So this will be
No.
family friendly.
Yeah, we did in outside.
Abby,
Yeah.
hi, baby.
Hi. You can go watch your movie.
And I can't find the remote.
You can't find the remote?
Look in the couch cushions.
No. Go look in Nate's bed.
No, can't find it.
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm going to help you find the remote one time, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Abby. Okay, so while we're sharing this out, maybe. It's bad when you have 300 groups and you can't find the two you want. There we go. I shared it.
All right. So we good?
We're good.
All right.
All right.
So I'm Jan.
I'm Adrienne, I think.
This is Adrienne. And I said, I'm Jan. This is Adrienne. I pointed at you.
Yeah, I said, I think.
Oh, you think?
I
I
think.
thought,
I'm still
okay,
trying to
see?
share.
I thought now I'm confused because I thought I was calling myself Adrienne. But this is
Whatever.
getting cozy with Adrienne and Jan.
There we go. Yeah, he shared it. Okay,
Yeah?
we're good. He shared it. Okay,
All right,
so
we're good.
what's the plan? Tell everybody what the plan is.
Oh, what's the plan? We got this new crazy idea concept for a show, and we decided that we'd throw it out there and see what everybody thought about it. It's time to get real struggles, real problems that we face every day, and maybe some things that you need to hear. A few of our ideas have been something as simple as if you have a question on how to deal with, we all have a mother-in-law. I always use this as the example, so I'll use the example now. You have this mother-in-law who you can't stand her, right? Got some bad vibes going on with her, and it causes friction in your marriage. Well, that's something that we all struggle with if we are married and have a significant other. It doesn't matter if it's a mother-in-law or a father-in-law or sister-in-law, brother-in-law. In-laws come with problems. So let's find a way to deal with that problem in a healthy manner and through different eyes and perspectives and seeing it through their eyes instead of just our eyes and seeing if
And
we
if you
can't
have a topic,
work with
put it out there. We will figure it out. No, we're not perfect. No, we don't have our lives figured out.
them. Oh, trust me, far
We
from it.
work on it. So see what we can get done.
Yeah. So,
That must be the Rev. Hi, Tim, Jeremy,
see, I can't
Tammy.
see anything.
Click over on the side there and click chat. You can see it. If you can't do it, I'll put on there. I'll put it on the screen if somebody has a
I
question.
got it. I got
All right.
it.
All right. So luckily, I'm
Okay.
going to say this: I have really good in-laws right now. I have not always had. I promise you that. But
Oh,
let's face it, nobody's going to be good enough for Mama's boy ever.
ever. I know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
4 boys. No, I struggle. I struggle really hard when the boys bring home a girl. Really hard. I take a deep breath and I try very hard not to nitpick because I didn't want to be that mother-in-law. And I am, I
You
am
do.
that
Yes, you
mother-in-law.
do. Yes, you are.
Very much
Yes, you
so.
are. But that only causes issues. So we have to not do that.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It causes a lot of causes a lot of friction between you, the relationship with your child, and you don't want to cause any friction between the child, your child and their significant other. I try really hard to mind my P's and Q's, and it's really hard when that's your baby. You love them. You want the best for them, and you it's not like I want to shelter my kids, but I don't want to see them struggle as hard as they're struggling right now. But I have to take a step back and let them do that struggle so I don't overstep
Yes,
my bounds.
we have
So
to stay out of it.
sometimes removing yourself from the situation is the only thing you can be so you don't become that mother in law.
Hmm.
It's hard, but it is what it is.
Yes.
And in all of this,
Good.
you guys are going to get to know us. This is why we're talking about in laws. So I have 5 kids that I I spit out myself. I have 4 boys and I have 1 girl. Um, but I've also had my share of I have my share of stepchildren, and I don't call them my stepchildren. I have my adopted children that I don't call my adopted children. I have the ones that I have loved, whether it be for 48 hours, 30 minutes, or 20 years plus.
Yep.
I'm a mom. I'm also a grandma. I have countless grandchildren now, but I have one biological grandson and one on the way. So a lot of experience with kids and issues and drama.
And everybody parents different. Everybody everybody's circumstances are different.
Hmm.
So that's why we'll fix it here soon. We have a page for the show, and hopefully within the next week, um, we'll get to where you can put topics up there that we can discuss. If you want it anonymous, that's what we'll do. Just say it. Say
Just say it.
you don't want your name out there. That's fine.
And
But
I can even change the whole scenario and I can apply it to something else, but still apply the same lesson in general so that nobody has to know if you feel very uncomfortable discussing this issue. Privacy is the utmost. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I know Adrienne's going to keep her mouth shut. Um, I just want people to know that you guys aren't the only ones going through what you're going through. I mean, I'm going to talk about the struggles I go through. Adrienne's going to talk about the struggles she goes through. And what I want people to get out of this is that at the end is, I'm proud of you. You're still breathing. You're still walking. You're still living. You're still loving, and hard times come. I was talking to a good friend. It comes in threes, you pay attention to the tides. Everything comes in threes. And then you get the big wave and then it slows back down and comes in threes. And let's ride those waves together. Nobody has to be alone. And we have self-isolated for so long that it's time to get back engaged with one another,
yeah,
not just the ones in our 4 walls.
yeah, we're seeing a whole lot of people bashing each other. Okay, that's great. What if you bash somebody on a day that, it's the wrong day?
It's wrong
And
day.
then, you know, their blood's on your hands because you couldn't be nice for 5 minutes, or you didn't know what
For
they were
five
going
minutes.
through, or you could have
And
just
that's
moved
what I
forward.
want people to and that's what I want people to start realizing is that your words matter. Um, your actions matter. It's
Yeah.
can you we're having an issue getting out to a caller or double agent or our other partner in crime.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm gonna have to
So
share it.
I'm confused. So Adrienne's gonna have to share it out again.
No,
Um,
I'm gonna share it to her. There we go. Done.
so with us saying, your words matter, I want to try to teach people a simple thing that I was taught, and it's loving somebody where they're at, not where they should be, not where you want them to be, not where you need them to be, but where they're at. That is a hard struggle. And this goes across everything. It doesn't matter if it's the person standing next to you in the grocery store. It doesn't matter if it's the rude cashier or the person that cut you off. And I'm not perfect. Trust me. When it comes to bad drivers, I have issues. I have bad issues. And Adrienne will tell you I have bad issues.
Yeah.
But I try very hard to correct those issues and to try to find different outlets. So if anybody has a suggestion for me, I'm willing to take advice. Trust me, I'm willing to take advice on this issue. So that's my bad flaw. I got bad. That's a bad flaw. It's road rage.
Yeah, topics we'll be discussing. Hey, Jennifer, is insecurities, children. After a while, we'll run out of topics. I'm sure you will find some. Just let us know.
Right. And even if you have something that you want to talk to us about and you don't want it on the show, just let us know. And I'm, God, I will continue to say it. I'm not perfect. Far from
No,
perfect.
nobody is. Nobody is.
No. All right,
But
Adrienne. So how many
I'll
kids
call
do you
someone. Huh?
do? What?
I said we all call somebody because we all have,
Need somebody.
these days where we go, what the heck just happened? And how do I deal with it? When yesterday you were telling somebody else how to deal with that. But all of a sudden
Right.
you can't. Yeah, I'm the same way. I call you. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
And you just repeat back everything I told you 48 hours before. And then I'm like, no, I don't believe you. Whatever. You're just, BSing a BSer. I'm going to get a hold of Jen. And Jen just tells me the same thing. And then I'm like, no, I don't know. And
Kelly,
I guess
Trudy,
second guess myself and triple guess myself. But I have my
Kelly,
support.
I'm new. Well, welcome, sweetheart. We're all new. This is the first show. You're good.
Yeah. So you're going to watch us fumble through. Totally watch us fumble through. What were we talking about?
That's it. We were talking about that I call you when shit goes bad.
Oh, yeah. A circle. Everybody needs their circle. Everybody needs their circle. And that circle has to have trust. I guess I look at my circle a little bit different. Because I'm very blessed to have the circle that I have. My circle talks to each other, and I'm okay with my circle talking to each other. And I'm okay with my circle talking about me behind my back, because I trust my circle that they have my back and that they have my best intentions at heart and that they're not going to do me wrong. So one thing you'll learn about me is I suffer from massive depression. I have a bad nerve disorder, and I've been through some crap in my life that has put me in this moment. But I'm honest about it and I'm open about it. So when I hit my moments, I'm grateful that my group talks to each other. And that's having security in myself and knowing that I picked the right people for the job.
Let's actually go back to, this is something she doesn't say and thinks everybody knows. They don't. What she has is called the suicide disease. People don't live longer than a year once they get to stage 3 because the pain is unbearable and there's nothing you can do about it. So if you want to know, look up CRPS. Is that what it's called?
CRPS. It's oh God, complex regional pain syndrome. So
your body is fighting itself.
Yeah, my body is heading into stage 3. I'm in the early stages of stage 3 and in the late stages of stage 2. It's scary. It's terrifying. Like I said, I have children, a lot of them, and I feel like I just started to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
You did.
So this is all new.
Trigeminal neuralgia. Okay, so something else. Jen also was an EMT, so she might be able to actually shed some light on that.
I don't have a clue right now. It has been so long.
To look into. Trudy, do you have that?
I will look into this.
Yeah. If we can learn something, great. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm all about it.
That's a word. Those are words together I've never heard. So she must either know somebody or she has that. I've been lucky enough not to have anything like this. I'm just here. I create my own chaos that turns into nonsense.
I feel I'm chaos, so everything around me is chaos.
It's a face disorder, also known as suicide disease. Okay, we will.
Okay, now all right. Now I know. Now I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah. There's a couple of them.
Sounds awful.
Later on, you'll learn about my son Patrick. He had something that he was determined in his mind that he was going to end his life, and he had a mental disease that is terminal, and we'll talk about that later on in shows.
Okay, so that's similar. I mean, Jan has a nerve disorder, so it's similar. But the bad thing about Jan's is it doesn't show. You can't physically see it unless she's had a bad day. Her shoes off and her toes are just out here and everything's purple. It's not something you would see. But yes, and this is why we're doing this. Jan's had a son commit suicide. Jan has been through marriages. I have been through, we're not going to count, marriages.
Oh yeah, we are. And we will get to a divorce episode. Okay. Trust
Mine
me.
was final last week. So yeah. We have a lot of things we've been through. I was given up for adoption.
I was adopted.
Yeah, adopted again. Found my real parents, and then my dad, his wife decided, no, you can't have nothing to do with her. So, we go through all kinds of things, and we want stories. No, Jennifer, we're not counting. We're not. We're not. It's just on to the next victim. We're not counting. No.
Which he should be watching.
That victim is not watching. I'm positive because I'm almost sure there's a game on. That's the way
Oh.
that works.
We're going to talk about new relationships and healing and lessons you learn. That's definitely definitely something we're going to be talking about because that's healing ourselves, and that's what I want to get down to.
Trudy says
So
so
does
much
any
in common. Which part, Trudy?
so if anybody actually has a question for Adrienne and I, or a topic that they would like to throw out, we have the next half an hour to see if we can work through it and to give a good example. If not, I'm going to talk about something that actually us girls were talking about today that I thought would be a good topic. And it's the topic of telling people that you're proud of them.
Trudy, let me I will send you the group page. Um, we're actually going to get one that's public because this one you can't share from because it's private. So we're going to make a actual public one. I'll make sure you're in it. You're welcome to
I'm
talk
with
to either one of us privately. We're here.
I'm going to tell
I'm
you,
going to
I'm new
go
at
get a
this.
drink of water. Huh?
I am new at this group thing.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
we're going to get. We're going to do this.
so please, everybody, if you stick with us, I promise it'll get better. But I wanted to talk to everybody today about, our friends and our loved ones. When's the last time you told somebody that you're proud of them? We were talking today about circumstances that we've been through in our lives. And I had said to this person, I said, I'm proud of you. You made it through. Look at you. You are doing absolutely great. And this is the person actually that, I told it to, Jen. And she tells us that she's proud of us all the time. When we make it through something hard, when we make it through something good, when we make a decision, even when we fail. And that's the huge thing is even when we fail, you have to find pride, and you have to be proud of somebody because they at least tried, or they put forth an effort, or maybe they learned a lesson. But try to find something positive in that negative and turn it around and apply it to your own life.
I think everybody needs to do what people they attribute it to witches, but shadow work. I I come to this realization today. I'm 47 years old, and today I go, oh, because I haven't done it. I have been in a relationship from the time I was 15 years old, never not been in one. So I have not had time to go, what the hell's wrong with you? And fix it. So here we are fixing it at 47.
Right.
Don't do that. Do not wait that long. You're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting everybody around you. Guaranteed.
But
yes,
you're right, Jeremy. Don't ever give up. No matter how hard it gets,
you can't do it alone. You can't.
don't give up. Don't give up. Just change your path, change your way, change your mind.
Change your mindset. It will
It's
change
okay to change.
everything. Yep. So with my daughter, okay, let's see what's going on here. So with my daughter, there's so many things she doesn't get done, but I turn around and say, I'm proud of what you did. All right, Trudy, Okay. Let's talk about that. I want an honest answer of how you feel about that. Do you feel like you're helping her, or do you feel like you're letting her get by with too little? It's never too late.
See,
I hope so.
no, see, that's the thing is that's true too. Is it's never too late. Never too late.
Till you're
Um,
in that grave.
yeah. And that's the whole change thing. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to do something for you. That's what I'm doing. I'm 39, just turned 39 a little over a month ago. And that's all I've been doing
But
is changing.
I don't know how many people believe what, but our beliefs are probably a little bit different than anybody else's, and we don't push anything on anyone. But with that, I'm going to say you've probably lived a lot more lives than most of us because you know things that you shouldn't. I think
Human
the feedback
psychology.
because she gets more done than okay, okay, and that's okay, and that's what I was wondering. Is it enabling her or is it helping? So okay, and everybody's different. So if I done that with one of my girls, that would not work. It would be like, I get by with less the next day. So yeah,
I don't
how
know
old is
that,
your girl?
that's like Evelina though, with this whole potty training thing.
Yeah.
Not once have I ever done stickers. Oh,
You had to find what worked.
blessed be, she's going to be my reward girl.
Hmm.
She is going to be my praise and reward girl all the way through.
No, she's going to be your raising. She's going to be your paying for raising. No, you're going to pay for your raising with her. That's what's going to happen. I think the feed. Okay,
She's
that's. Okay, there we go. Comments disappeared for a minute. That was not good.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. She's autistic and empathic. Okay, you see, that's another thing that we have in common. My son, actually, I do have two that are autistic. Um, one who passed away had nonverbal learning disorder, but that doesn't mean that he couldn't communicate because he could communicate. It We'll go into what he had later on. But I do believe he was empathic, and I do
I,
believe
there's no doubt. There was no doubt.
there's no no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind he was. And I don't know. I do believe my other son's very empathic.
Positive reinforcement. See,
Positive reinforcement. See, that's huge. You have to
yeah,
have that positive reinforcement. And it doesn't matter if they're 14, if they're 1, if they're 2, if they're 98, if they're 57, it doesn't matter how old you are. Positive reinforcement goes so far. It's like that old saying, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
Jeremy,
And
that means a lot. We love her.
oh, I still believe in Crystal so much. I'm so proud of her for finally saying, you know what? I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to take some me time. That's huge. Same thing with you, Scott.
Yep.
I'm proud of you. I'm very
Yeah,
proud
but
of you.
there's a difference with Scott though. He's tethered to my phone line. He doesn't have time for himself. I will call his
Oh yeah,
ass anytime.
I know. I threatened him. I threatened him. I'm like, you can leave us, but that doesn't mean we leave you.
Yep, yep. No, he told me I'm stuck with him.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's good. It's good to be back.
Mine said about 13. Okay, okay. All right. So see with Jennifer, she's talking about positive reinforcement. That's something I had my first kid at 16. And from there, they were just like, there was 5 years and then there was 11 months between the, yeah. So I didn't, I didn't get to really learn too much of anything. What I did was wing it. Did I do it right? No, not at all. Was there a lot of yelling? Was there a lot of expecting my children to be perfect? Yes. Yes, there was. Because I was expected to be perfect. I was a doctor's daughter. So when you go out, you better be acting perfect. So, yeah, no, I did not do it right. My daughter went the opposite. She's constantly screaming at her children, get back. Yeah, no. So, yeah, there's got to be a medium somewhere. And with raising mine, I didn't find it. Now I know. But that doesn't mean I did then.
But that makes you a better grandparent.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm still the grandma that I will whip some tail real quick and in a hurry.
I'm the same way though. I'm the same way. I was raised by my great grandparents. I was raised by my grandparents, and they were very. This is how it's done, and this is how we expect you to act. But with that, I had my freedoms. I really did growing up on the farm. I
My
yeah,
mentor, one of my best friends. So glad you joined us.
but I was the same way. I yelled. I expected them to be perfect. I had OCD, so I expected my first two to just be on it. And
Conform.
Pat was different.
Hmm.
So Pat forced me to take a step back.
Hmm.
And here I had Dylan, and he was 100% boy. He
Yeah.
just boy, just all out boy. You think all American boy, that's Dylan. Okay, he was the boy in high school that I would have rather puked on than looked at. Dylan was my lesson in loving what you despise. The tall, dark, and handsome, ladies man. But he's amazing, an amazing young man. Amazing. I couldn't have asked for anything better. He does right by, the grandkids and Megan. I'm very proud of him for standing by her side.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as hard as that
We have
is,
perfect children, but we have children.
but we have children, right? But I expected them to be perfect. But Pat was my curveball. And then Derek, by the time you get to 3, you're just like, you know, the house is going to be a mess. I'm done yelling. I'm going to put my feet up. I'm going to watch the chaos, and I'm just going to enjoy it.
No,
And
you're more
that
man than most men, Scott.
but enjoying the kids. When I started to do that, it changed.
Yeah.
It changed my perspective. I was able to look through their eyes and the innocence. And once I was able to do that, I was a completely different person. But I
That's
had
another
to get
thing you need to think about because I
I
get reminded of this every day when I talk to you. Age doesn't matter.
mm-mm.
I learn something from you every day. Your patience, your views, the way you look at something. It's like, wow, that's true. Especially love someone where they're at.
Mhm.
That's something that stuck. Can I always
I
do that? No. I have to remind myself.
Oh, I do. I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself when I'm looking at a difficult person, and I grit through it. And if they've been a real piece of work, I always say, I hope you have a beautiful day, just as beautiful as you are.
Yeah.
And I walk away from them. So I just drop that negativity right there. And that's something that I'll talk about is energy. And it doesn't matter what you believe in, because it's all energy.
Yeah.
I don't care if you go to church on Sunday. I don't care if you hit your knees. I don't care if you're part of a coven. I don't care what it is. It's energy.
Jennifer,
And
we
it's a
love you too.
and
Yep. And
and
that's
dropping.
something you should probably know about us. We are energy workers, empaths, mediums. We
I'm just
we
me.
work the gambit in the paranormal. Are you going to see some neon sign out there saying no? Um, Jan's been doing it for a very long time. As a matter of fact, she's the one that opened me up without me even knowing it. Um, so it's been a roller coaster ride since then. I've had a mentor along the way, and she's in the audience there. But it's one of those things you can teach somebody what you know,
Mhm.
and then they move on to somebody that can teach them a little more and a little more. I learned way down at the bottom, and now have gotten way up to the top. Do I know everything? No, no. Am I close? No, but we try, and that's all that matters.
Oh, don't worry, Scott. If I open you up, I'll put you all back. I promise.
No,
Just
no,
rearrange. Right.
Scott, don't y'all dare over me. I've got enough on my plate. No, Scott,
And
we can't open you up, dude. You're right. You have enough on your plate. I try to take some of it. Yeah, no.
I'll make you
Let's
talk.
fix what you got on your plate right now. We'll open you up at some other point when everybody's calm.
Learning does last a lifetime. And Jen, you know what? I love you to bits and pieces. You complete me in such a crazy energy way. And without you, I probably would have believed I was crazy. I probably am crazy, certifiable.
Without
Um,
her, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
right. I mean, and women's friendships are very important. Very, very important. And that's something
But it's also
that
so
we'll touch
hard.
upon. It's hard.
In 47 years, I just now found it. 47 years.
I feel so amazingly blessed. Yeah, I just went through the hardest depression spell I probably have had
Yeah,
ever, ever. I didn't know if I was going to make it through it, to be honest.
yeah, we
And
didn't either.
I do believe that I would have not made it through if it hadn't been for Jen,
Yes.
Wendy, and you. I love Jesse, and Jesse is definitely my rock. He's my reality. He's my grounding point. And as much as I love my kids, I can't depend on my kids because that's not their
No,
job.
no, no. Scott, we love you.
Um, thank you, Scott. Thank you. Um, I don't know. I so blessed. I can't express it like I feel it. And I know that you guys love me. And Jen had said, just come back.
Mhm,
And when I leave, I come back.
mhm.
And I'm not afraid to come back because I know that she's right there waiting for me when I'm ready
Nobody's
to
judged. Right.
say, okay, this is it. And
Yep.
it may take me a while to sort through it. And this is what I said, I'm not perfect, and I will share it with you guys. I will expose myself and have you guys watch me work through it. I believe it's important because the way I do it is very different. I try to get perspective on everything, and I might run through the problem 60 million times in my head, but I try to get it right.
It is important for people to see somebody be vulnerable, to watch, okay, I'm not the only one that goes through this or something similar. And
Right.
look, somebody made it out the other side. And you may not have friends like we do to do this, but you're welcome to contact us. We will talk you
Right.
through it.
I'll be that friend.
Yeah.
That's my job. That is my job. I will be that friend. I
Yeah.
will be what you need to be in that moment because I will love you in that moment. And I want to teach people how to love people in those moments, to just love. And yes, there's hate. Because without love, you don't have hate, and without hate, you don't have love. And there is both. This is that good versus bad. You have to have that balance in your life.
Yeah.
And I don't tend to hate a lot. I will loathe, or I will just simply drop it.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't handle it anymore, I will just simply just cut it right out of my life.
Yeah.
If it is going to affect my mental health, if it's going to, my mental health affects my physical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just go. If you're gonna do nothing but drop your negativity on me, and all I'm trying to do is love you, I will show you the door, and I can help anybody show anybody the door. And I have no problem showing somebody the door. Absolutely no problem. And there is a right way and a proper way to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't think no, I don't think anybody. I can't say anybody. Most people in today's world think, well, you know what? They're out of my life. I shouldn't care. No, you should care because you put that out there. So you should care. I have a nasty ex-husband, but I still got to love him where he's at. That doesn't mean I have to deal with him, but I love him where he's at. I really do. He may
There's
not
a
believe
very
that.
thin line. There's a thin line between love and hate. Very thin.
There is. There is. But you know what? With all that hate, I told my 10-year-old, I said, when a foundation crumbles, the only thing that you can do is you can take up those broken pieces, go rent a cement mixer, and make cement and pour a new foundation. And you take the lessons you learn from it and you move on. And once you learn how to do that, you leave the hate behind. You feel the disappointment and you feel the emptiness. Um, but you're able to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to fill that emptiness with something new, and that area is washed clean, and you have nothing running off into the next.
Right. And you have to feel. You do have to feel. You can't just keep moving on. You have to stop and feel
You
and then
have
move
to.
on to the next.
You
If
have to.
not, you will at some point. You will be stopped.
Right. It will slam you in the face. You will stand at the kitchen sink one day and you'll be washing the dishes, and all of a sudden you will just have the worst panic attack of your life. You'll be driving down the road and it'll slam you in the face because we haven't taken care of ourselves and we haven't taken care of our mental health. Our mental health is so important. So important. And we need to take care of ourselves. And loving somebody where they're at also means yourself.
No, Jeremy, I think that has saved your life more than once. I think it's actually really a good thing.
Being indifferent is a different kind of it's a different kind of cold. That's a self-preserving,
Yeah, it is.
and I can respect that because being indifferent is dropping it, is just leaving it, going, okay, you know what? I'm done. I can't do anymore. And if you can do that and you can do it properly, that's actually more power to you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we don't. There's times you just don't have the energy for somebody's. It's not even going to warrant any energy. It's over. It's done. There's nothing you can do to help it, save it, or help them. It's over.
Right. And say your piece. It's just when you become indifferent, make sure what you've said is what you want to say. And I have a saying, I never say goodbye. But in saying never, when I do say goodbye, it's permanent. It's forever.
Jennifer,
And
yes, we did. I wish I had that little thing that I could put up here.
indifference.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I know is Jen is going to get a big old package of ramen noodles for me. The lifetime supply for the rest of her life.
Yeah, probably not. Let's not do that.
Just helps in being indifferent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay.
You know?
No, there's that. There's lots of little steps in life that we go through that I think somebody who's been there can help through it. And that doesn't mean we have. That means somebody else watching may have and can help somebody. That's what this is about. It's two crazy, absolutely nuts. There's no crazy. We're nuts.
We are nuts.
But somehow we got through some stuff. So, that's what this is about. There's what? What did I miss?
Noodles. They get stuck in the hair. Noodles, and you throw them at somebody, they get stuck in the hair.
Got it.
Everybody sometimes just needs to throw a pot of boiling noodles at somebody.
Scott, there is nothing wrong with liver. You and Zach need to stop.
And I'm bringing this up for a reason, because we're sitting here and we're talking about how we're not perfect and how we've been through a lot. And I want to help people not make the same mistakes I did.
Yeah. But life,
and if you have,
really doesn't work that way. Our parents don't do this. Like, the outcome's different for us.
Right.
And we're still that way as adults.
I think this comes with having so many kids, influence me. And I will say that the elderly people that I have taken care of in my life, Andy, and having as many children as I have had around me, they have inspired my outlook on life. They really have. Learning different is amazing, because when you have so many kids, they all learn different. And you said my daughter's going to be my raising, and she is my raising, because I am looking through a whole new set of eyes, and it's completely different for me, because she's my very own. As she says.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to learn with her.
Learn from her is the choice of words there.
Yeah, I can't. No, I'll learn with her. I think I'm going to learn with her, because I think she's going to hit me with some stuff that is going to be completely off the wall. So we're going to have to do it together. We're just going to have to work through it together.
She already has.
Yeah, I know she has. That's why we just get our big girl boots on. We get our work boots.
Trudy, that's another. We want to do a segment on this. I
We
was
do.
also a CNA, and God bless you is all I can say. I did it for 2 years. I couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, I did
I
it for years. I love
Yeah,
it.
I would clock out and stay with the family or with the person that was dying because no family would. I took it home with me. I No, I got too attached. And there's such a fine line between getting too attached and actually caring and then not caring at all and just getting through your shift. I couldn't find that balance.
See, that's something that, we also want to touch on is as empaths, and as it doesn't matter what you believe because everybody has the ability to be empathic.
Yes.
How do you get through it? How do you deal with an indifferent partner?
Yeah.
So we have a few more minutes, and I would just like to say, when we get this group up, I want everybody to join, and if they would like, and hit us with some questions. Really, really, really hammer us with some
Real life.
problems,
Yeah.
real life. Um, Give us some ideas to
Whatever's
help
going on in your life right now.
whatever is going on.
CNN.
And
Yes.
I would love to help everybody. I do too. See, being a CNA, oof, man, you do everything. Everything. You
Oh,
got the RN above you, the
China.
LPN. Oh yeah,
Home
years.
health CNA. Fifth 24 hour. Wow. Trudy, you don't hardly see your family, do you?
In home.
Yeah, I did that for a little bit too. Um, but we only did we were allowed like 1 hour, long enough to give them a shower, clean up their dishes, whatever. And there was a
Some
word that people used for us: glorified ass wipers.
Yep.
I
I wish
promise you,
that's so frustrating to me. Oh my
it is.
goodness.
It really is.
Oh, so much more than that. Oh, I can get into a whole segment on why it is so awesome to connect with somebody as a CNA. Why I was the one that always volunteered to do baths or showers because I got that one-on-one time with that person. I got to make them feel great. I got to hear about their day, their week, or if they had dementia, I got to hear the same story over and over again and just laugh, and live that moment with them or
What
work through that moment.
But what about that one story that they keep reliving? I had one. This was years ago. She kept reliving her. I'm not sure if it was molestation or rape, but that was what she kept reliving.
You walk with it. You walk with it.
That was just unreal. That you would be in a loop, and that's what you're reliving. That's where I was like, okay, I can't.
See, I can that's one thing I could actually sit down and probably talk to people who are CNAs on how to just rework their wiring. You have those people that
That's awesome, Trudy. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yep. Yep, I agree. But there's ways you can walk them through it, or just you listen and you learn. And in those moments, be grateful that you're there to live through it with them and they're not alone. Even in their darkest moments, you were still their beacon of light.
That was the
That's
only one.
through it.
That was the only one I felt like she was alone because it didn't matter what we did. We'd reach for her to change her. And of course, it went straight to that. there was nothing we could say, nothing we could tell her that would change it. So every time we
See,
would have to change her, it was reliving it.
see, I learned with people like that, you put on, you figure out what they like, what engages them. So is it music? And that's a huge thing. If you play music and you,
Jennifer. Her pictures of that man.
oh man, see, Jen, see, that's the thing is there's, I agree, man. Some of I could tell some of the best stories and some of the best lessons I've learned. I mean, I had a grandma I took care of a lady who had a breast lift, and I was giving her a shower one day and everything, and she looked over at me. She is, so, young lady, I suggest you do the same thing. And I said, why? She goes, because one day you're going to be in my position as I used to be in yours, and you're going to want to look good. And I died. That's a lesson that I learned. I was like, you know what? I never thought about it from that perspective. Thank you. I'm gonna keep that lesson.
Well, you know what? Even at that age, everything is sagging, everything's drooping, everything is done. There ain't a thing looks good. But if you get that done, at least you have one thing to be proud of.
One thing. Oh no, she got the whole works done. She got
Oh.
the whole works. Yeah, no, she
I
said
remember the
when
one.
in her grave, she wanted to look good. If her family decided that she was gonna, go get cremated, when she went in that box, she was gonna look fine. And that's what she got. Let me tell you. And oh man, she was looking good when she went.
Well, we're gonna get honest here. I'm not
Look.
going in the grave looking like I pranced through life and had surgery. No. I'm going in the grave skidding, saying, fuck y'all, we had fun. That's just the way it's going to be.
No, I'm
one hell of a ride.
I'll be on my soapbox somewhere and somebody's going to go, can you just shut her up? And I'm going to go right there. It'll probably be Avelina. She'll go. And done.
Thank you, Jeremy. No, Abby, she's going to be with me. And she's going to be like, I've heard this for 60 years now.
Right. But
no, she won't shut up. No, not Abby.
But as we close out the show, just remember, love yourself first. And welcome to our show. Welcome to our little world. I can't wait to get to know all of you guys and have you guys get to know me and this crazy family that I have.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next Monday. Love y'all. If you have anything to add to it, we will get the right page up, I promise, this week.
Right. And seriously, throw your questions out on the page, or if you want to do it anonymously, hit us up. It's just Adrienne and I as group admins, and so it's pretty secure. What else do I want to say? And if you want to start a discussion, but just please remember, be respectful and love each other, because words matter and your energy matters. And remember to smile at everyone, no matter how crappy your day is, and just love everybody where they're at, including yourself.
Good night, y'all. Bye.